Hey, it's me, your go-to life coach, Zandra Ross here, and you are tuning into Just the Tip Tuesday, my favorite day of the week, where we ignite your week with a burst of inspiration and practical steps, strategies, and honestly, just a whole lot of motivation to get you moving towards your biggest dreams, right? Okay, that's all I want for you guys is to get every last stinking thing that you ever wanted to. So excited. Such a beautiful day. Spring is on the way. And honey, I am headed to Vegas this weekend. So, what am I going to be doing there? I am going to see Tesla and the Scorpions. I've seen Tesla before, but I haven't seen the Scorpions. I'm super, super excited to see the Scorpions because it's one of those bands that I grew up with as a kid. But actually, it's funnier. It's even more, not even funnier, more of a connection to one of my really close friends, Monica. She loved the Scorpions. I remember I really wasn't into it, but when I heard that the Scorpions were going to be there, it just filled me with a whole bunch of love for you, Mon. So I'm super excited to go see them and to spend time with my amazing, wonderful husband and to possibly go meet up with some friends in Vegas. I'm just super excited about everything. So I'm getting ready for it. And of course, last week I was on the road and it was amazing. Thank you, Whitson. You guys were fantastic. But of course, I got a little bit of a tummy bug while I was on the road and was not feeling good Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Feeling a bit better today. Woot woot. I'm really loving it here. But what I noticed is it really put me off because I had all these big plans to get ready for this weekend. I came home from work and honestly, it really stank because I wasn't feeling my best self and my tummy was a little bit off. And I had all these, you know, me and my beef eggs, right? My big, awesome goals. And I had all these plans of things that I wanted to work on this weekend. And instead, I ended up in bed most of the time, right? You know how that goes. And so it was really hard not to get down on myself and to feel bad and to beat myself up that, geez, I wish, why did I get sick? I had all these important things to do. And now I'm just doing nothing and I feel crappy. And really, I need to give myself a little slap in the face gently because that's really what I preach to everybody else is having patience, perseverance, and generally having some compassion for yourself and knowing that you're not always going to feel your best all the time. And so, depending on how you feel, that's going to determine the amount of work, the quality of work, and just what you're able to really accomplish. Pardon me. A little bit dry. Got too excited to talk to you. Forgot to grab my tea today. That's okay. So, really, what are we talking about today? It's really about keeping the beat. And I am super, funny thing about me, I love my concerts. And it's so important for me to be able to enjoy my music, but also enjoy the beat of my own life and make sure that when I'm doing all my fun things in my life, that I'm still getting done the important things, the MIPS, the most important things are the most important priorities. The MIPS are the MIPS, right? So, really, what are we focusing on today is how to maintain momentum through challenges. Okay. And this is a crucial skill for anybody that wants to achieve their dreams and go after their biggest effing awesomest goals out there, right? So, what do you need to do? You need to be able to keep that momentum and keep that beat going. Okay. So, just talking a little bit about music here. So, how do you do that? What do you do when everything is not necessarily lining up the way that you want it to, right? So, number one, my first tip that I want to have for you guys is to find your rhythm. Life is unpredictable. And if you are expecting it to stay the same and that you've banked all of your goals and dreams on just everything staying the same, Shug, let me tell you, you're going to be sorely disappointed because life's like a river, it flows. And if you are not constantly swimming and moving your body, doing something towards your goals, however small, you are just going to float backwards in that river. And generally, it's not in a straight line. It's generally, it'll throw you off into the side of the bank where all these snags and bad things are going to happen. And you ain't going to do so good there, right? The side of the bank isn't necessarily, when you're getting pulled in there, what's going to help push you towards your dreams, right? So, really, what is the first step here? Okay. The first step in overcoming challenges is to find your rhythm, right? What's your consistent beat? Ask yourself. For me, it's waking up and going, what am I going to do today? And how am I going to have the most awesome day possible? If I wake up and I'm like, the day sucks, this is no good, that's exactly what it's going to be. So I really need you to embrace the concept that today is the first day of the rest of your life, that it doesn't matter who you were yesterday, it doesn't matter what happened last week, last year. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. And what is that going to look like for you? What's your daily routine? What's your mindset? What's your meditation, your grounding activities? What is your day going to look like? And so that's really about creating a schedule for yourself. It's really about deciding what are my most important things, right? What are my BFAGs every day that I'm getting up? Otherwise, you're going to get up and life is just going to happen to you. And if you're lucky enough that great things happen and you're super energized and you love every minute of it, regardless if you make a plan or not, oh, I love you. Congratulations. It's fantastic. But if you're like me and really your day depends on how you set your mind, that for me is the biggest set, is setting my mindset, deciding what is today going to look like. And I work on, usually I'll set my list the night before, but then I really get up in the morning and have to say, you're awesome. This is going to be the best day of your life. You are going to connect with people today. Today is the day that I am going to be reaching out to you. Why? Because reaching out is really scary. Whether it's asking for a favor, whether it's asking for a sale, whether it's making a new relationship or connection, it is scary. So that's part of my new relationship is every morning I want to message people that I want to connect with, that I want part of my Spark team, that I maybe have an offering that I think will blow their mind and really serve them. That's what my rhythm is. And so, what's yours? What is your day going to look like today, tomorrow, the next day? And for those of you who say, I don't have enough time to reach my goals, my life's too busy, that's part of the reason why it's too busy is because you are not stopping to take a deep breath and say, what is most important to me? I get it. There's a whole bunch of have to do's, but there's got to be some things that you want to do that are leading you towards your goals. So figure that out. And if you're not sure, don't worry about it. I got some goals and some ideas for you to work towards right now. Okay. I got a little bit of an idea for you that's going to support you a little bit later on. Tip 2, embrace the tempo changes. All right. Life is going to go up and down. The beat of your drum, the concert that you go to is not always going to have the same tempo. It's going to be slower, faster. It's going to be different types of music. 80s rock generally is what we go to. But I love Lady Gaga. I love Beyonce. I love Nine Inch Nails. I love alternative music. And I'm not going to show up the same way in every concert, right? Sometimes it's going to be a little more peaceful. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit more rock and roll. And so knowing that this tempo change adds depth and excitement to my life, to my goals, to my dreams, right? This tempo change represents the up and down of our lives and the changes that we have, okay? So realizing that this is a part of life and just embracing these changes rather than fighting them is going to help you navigate these challenges more fluidly, more effectively, more efficiently, and really not get you so tired about swimming in that river all the time. Okay. Because generally, what I find is when I'm not living according to my values, when I'm swimming up another stream that is not my stream, that's when I get tired. That's when I get burnt out. So it's really important to find out what your stream is, your rhythm, and then really realize that isn't going to be the same all the time. When you're sick, when you're well, when you have money, when you don't, when you have a babysitter, when you don't, when you are feeling rested and when you're not, when you have enough food in your belly, these are all going to dictate the tempo of your goals, of your life, of your dreams. Okay. So just embrace those changes. Tip number 3, use setbacks as stepping stones. Things are going to get in your way. Obstacles are going to present themselves to you. But what I need you to realize is that each one of these challenges holds a very valuable lesson. There is no such thing as failure, there is only learning. Every single time you stumble and ask yourself, what happened there? What could I do differently? Was I walking on my phone and I ran into that sign? For me, it's generally trying to do more than one thing, right? When I'm talking to somebody and I'm surfing, when I'm on a Zoom and then I'm trying to surf and find a resource for them. Worry about it later. I'll even tell them I'm writing it down now and then I'm getting focused on you again. Why? Because that's a challenge for me. Paying attention is a challenge, right? So I need to really look at every time that I'm not paying attention, what got me off track? What can I do to keep myself on track? When I don't reach my BFAGs, what got in my way? Did I break my goals down into small enough, smart steps, right? Habits? Did I have atomic habits attached to all of those steps that I needed to do? We need to view setbacks as opportunities to grow stronger and become more resilient. Reaching your goals is really about being able to bounce back from whatever gets in your way. All right. So don't think that this is a clear, straight line to every single one of your goals. I wish it was. But when things get in your way, I need you to be bigger, stronger, faster, smarter, but also more compassionate, more loving, and more patient with yourself, but also more pervasive, more inspired, more. Do you see what I mean? It's always a balance. There's always you dusting yourself back up, giving yourself a big hug and going, hey man, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's an amazing thing that every time when I had fitness clients and they would say, oh, Zan, I missed class last week. I fell off. I might as well give up. And I would say to them, there is not one single workout, one individual workout that is going to help you get into shape or not. It's the every single day of you showing up and doing even a little bit towards you feeling healthier. Same with eating. I'm off. I fell off the wagon. What's the point? I'm never going to start again. Man, one bad meal, 1 week of bad eating, 1 month even of bad eating is not what got you where you are today. It's really about focusing on getting back in that saddle. Okay. And learning from it, knowing I just finished an 8-week fitness challenge. And I tell you, I feel great right now. Was I perfect? No, I would say I did about 65% of the fitness and 50% of the food, maybe even a little bit lower. But holy smokes, the changes in my body and my mindset are incredible. If I looked at that as a failure, man, I would have been screwing myself over. I can't wait. The next challenge is starting in May and I'm going to kill it. I am not going off track. Even this, there was a month between challenges. The old Zan would have just said, whatever. The new Zan says, no, we're going to just keep on with that past challenge. Keep doing those workouts until the next challenge starts. Because that's what I've learned for myself, right? Every time I've fallen off my fitness goal, I need a routine. I can't just be showing up and doing whatever I want every day. I need to know exactly what I'm going to do and really think about what I'm going to eat every day. So those setbacks are now stepping stones for me to get closer to what I really want, right? Which is be able to kick, punch, wrestle a bear, do whatever I need to do, right? That's really what being in shape for me is about, is being able to take any challenge on that comes my way, physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, right? Hitting that whole medicine wheel, my friends, okay? Tip number 4, there are no solo acts, really. When we think about music, sure, there are the Tracy Chapmans of the world. Anyways, but generally, everybody has a team or a band. Even when it's the backup band, you got to have music coming from somewhere, right? And there's very few solo artists who just play all that music on their own. They're amazing when they do. The rest of us, we generally got to have a band to help us keep the tune, keep the tempo, keep the energy up, support us when we maybe forget the lyrics or we aren't feeling as good and our voice isn't as strong. Tip number 4, lean on your band. Who's your spark team? I talk about it all the time. Who do you go to when you need a pick me up, right? When you are feeling like you've hit that wall, No one rocks a solo performance without a great band behind them. And that band maybe even be the producer, the mixer, all of those people, the backup singers, right? It could be the people out in the audience that show up to say, you got this, you're amazing, right? Whether they're there virtually or if they're in there in real life. But you need to surround yourself with the support of community, right? That keeps you inspired and accountable. That's why I love being in these challenges for fitness. And I got my fitness buddy, Jackie. Love you, girl. Jackie is so focused and so committed to fitness and living her best life when it comes to fitness. I look up to her so much. It's funny, when we connected, she came to me because of my love of fitness. And now I literally message her and say, what are we doing next? What's our next challenge? What's happening? Because she's part of my fitness spark team and I feel so good with her. Amy's mother, fitness buddy, we're working too bad. We both had a rough weekend. We're always looking at what are we going to do for something new? We were just looking at a salsa dancing class. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out, but we're going to be always looking. She has always got her ear to the ground, right? Of something new and more fun. And I got a lot of you. Thank you, my studio mates, for still being there and keeping that fitness dream alive and really helping me to keep me inspired and accountable. Okay. So that's really what it's about. No matter how you feel, no matter what's happening today, I need you to get up. I need you to put yourself out there and I need you to keep moving towards your goals, regardless of what's happening in your life. Okay. Because keeping the beat amidst life's challenges is the key to not just surviving, but thriving, baby. It's about you getting everything that you want. And it's also really, if you're that person who says, oh, I can't do this for myself, do you have people you care about in your life? Because the fact is, they're watching you. They're watching every step you make. Are you living a life that fulfills you, or are you living a life that keeps you stuck, keeps you feeling like you're not moving forward in your life? Maybe even create some depression and some anxiety for you. I know for me, when I don't have beef eggs in my life, that's when depression and anxiety creeps into my life because my mind goes, what am I doing with myself? Okay. So, if this interests you and you want to dive deeper into mastering resilience and maintaining your momentum, Soul Spark is where it's at. This is my membership program that offers weekly strategies, inspiration, and a community that cheers you on every step of the way. This is really a self-serve program where I'm going to jump in once a week, give you some new resources, tools. It is not another do a whole bunch of work program. It's really about helping you identify the key things in your life that are getting in your way and the resources that you need to skyrocket you towards your goals, or at least even get you out of that mindset that's keeping you stuck. Okay. So you ready to amplify your life? I need you to join. I need you to join Soul Spark today. I'm getting so excited. Can you tell I can barely spit it out, my friend? And let's keep this beat going, right? I need you to help me keep my tempo. I need you part of my Spark team. And I think you showing up here today, you need me a part of your Spark team. So make sure you click the link below. If you're not sure if Soul Spark is for you, please reach out to me, drop a message, send me a direct message and let me know. I would love to walk through with you, let you know what's available to you, and if this is something that's going to fit for you. Okay. Join Soul Spark today and let's keep the beat together, my friends. Rock on and see you next Tuesday for another tip to spark your soul.